Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to talk about these Asians for a minute. We're going to talk about how they wanted affirmative action abolished. We're going to talk about how they wanted something that really didn't benefit Black people at all to be removed. Because in a lot of their minds, they were saying things like, well, I get good grades. I'm above average. I'm better than them. So why can't I get into this college? Why can't I get into this school? This is what a lot of them are saying. So you had a certain group of them decide that they wanted to fight to get affirmative action taken away. And they won. But see, what they were looking for was a reaction from the Black community. They were looking for Black people to go out and start getting upset, getting angry, getting pissed off. Well, see, Black people understood that although we fought for affirmative action because we were bamboozled, we thought that it was going to be exclusively for us. But we realized after we got quote unquote affirmative action that it wasn't for us. White women benefited from affirmative action more than anyone. Asian people have benefited from it, and other groups have benefited from affirmative action. And we know it. So this is the reason why we didn't come out running and ramping and raging and doing all that what they thought we were supposed to do when we realized, okay, affirmative action is gone now. So that was a shock to a lot of them. But what we're understanding is that you guys got a crime bill. You guys are getting things that we as the so-called Black people in America have built. We have built everything. We were already here in this country. We were already here. We have been here. America is older than any and every other place. And we've been here the longest. And it's just a proven thing. So when you have other groups of people coming in trying to tell you, well, we don't like the fact that you're getting special treatment, is a cold-hearted slap in the face. And you have other groups of people under this government and under this leadership getting above you and getting mad because they think you're getting something that they're not getting, because all of them want to eat off you, Black man and Black woman. This is the reality. So this is why they come here and they think that they are better than you, Black man, Black woman. But the reality is white supremacy don't give a damn about you either. They don't want to be around you either. They will put you a little bit above Black folks who are the Aborigines of America. They'll keep us down and they'll use you to help with white supremacy to keep us down. And y'all fall for it because you think that you're going to get trinkets. But really, they're showing you that they don't give a fuck about you either. Asian community. They're letting you know they don't care about you either. Because see, now that you got what you thought you wanted by getting rid of affirmative action, now you realize you may not be able to get into any of these type of schools, regardless to your test scores and you think you're smarter. Because let's be honest, we all know a lot of y'all cheat. We know a lot of y'all cheat. Most teachers and professors and shit like that ain't looking at y'all. They know y'all cheat too, and they let y'all get away with it. But they don't let so-called black people get away with cheating and getting away with certain type of things because they want to stop you at every corner. But they allow you guys to step up by cheating and, having all these tutors and people taking tests for you, and passing your tests for you and shit like that. You guys do a lot of that type of shit. It ain't because y'all smart like that. Let's just keep it real. Y'all ain't smart like that. But you think because you have the tools to be able to get higher test scores that you are supposed to be eligible and benefit and go above so-called black people. But the reality is, a lot of these schools, they want black people not only because of their test scores, but because of their physical strength. You know, for scholarships, they get scholarships because, their athletic ability, all these type of things. And a lot of that y'all Asians don't have. You guys lack all of that athletic type of ability. It's a rare few of y'all that can do it. You're not built for it. But y'all go ahead cheating and then want to be rewarded by saying you're smarter than everybody else, so you should benefit from it. When in reality, the people that you are worshiping and thinking that you're equal to don't want to be around you. They don't want to have anything really to do with you. They use you, to help keep us down. But the reality is they don't want to be around you either. So this affirmative action thing that has been um, abolished, we realized as black people that it wasn't benefiting us at all. So we weren't going to go out there ranting and raving and getting all upset and hooping and hollering. We wasn't going to do any of those type of things because we realized it just wasn't for us. And that's a good thing because us so-called black people need to start realizing that the government and other groups of people are not going to be for us at all. And we need to understand that. So us who want to build, who want to make things happen, this is the time, this is what we need to do to make it happen. Because we have to understand, you have no allies. You have a large percentage of the Asian community that will jump on the bandwagon, with black people if they think it's the thing to do just to uplift themselves. But they are never going to support you. They're never going to be there for you. They're never going to support you at all. They're never going to support us. And we need to understand that. They will use you, but Asian people don't like black people as a whole. Let's just be honest and let's keep it real. They don't like black people. They don't. They have a strong hatred for black people, so-called black people in America and all over the world. They hate on Africans and, the mistreatment of African people in these Asian countries is horrific. It's ridiculous. So we can't be blinded by that. But they come over here in America stepping all over you, the things you could never get away with in their country, they come over here doing and getting away with. And they abolish affirmative action. But they're realizing that it was helping them. So they did more harm to themselves than they did good to themselves because now they're going to have a harder time trying to get into these schools that they think they should be a part of. I guess they're too good for, the family business, hair salons, and I mean, not hair salons, but beauty supply shops, and shit like that, where they selling all type of products, weaves and, and hair care products to black people. I guess they don't want to do that. Their children don't want to do that. They don't want to follow in the business of their parents. So they want to get these educations and think that they're better and continue to think that they're stepping on and be above the Aborigines of America. And white people ain't gonna let you get away with that. White supremacy is gonna always remind you that we don't like you either. But you get the little trinkets that you get, and you think that, oh, because, well, we give you a little town and a little city, Chinatown, and and all that kind of shit. You get all of that, so we're better. No, no, you're gonna be reminded that you're not. Because now when it comes to education and schooling, you stepping on a whole nother territory. Because again, affirmative action was working better for white women and minorities like you, because it wasn't helping so-called black people at all. And we realized that. That's what y'all need to understand. And black people realize that we have no allies, so we're not going to be just jumping up to to the forefront to just say, hey, leave them alone, stop fucking with them, leave them alone. We're not going to do that anymore. We realize that we don't have any allies, so we are not going to be just jumping up, fighting for other groups of people. We're not going to do it. We realize in the so-called black community that we have a whole lot of issues, and we have a whole lot of people that just keep stepping all over us. We realize this. So we as a community have to fight our own battles. And that's the bottom line. And this is what we're realizing. So we're not quick to want to help other groups of people anymore. Those days are over. Now, we don't mind sharing. We don't mind, helping when and where we can. But we are realizing that we need to come first. Because this is what every other group does for themselves. They're not concerned about so-called black people at all. They come into the black community and make money off of us and come in and use us, but they are not willing to work with us, to come with us. You ain't gonna get it from any other group. You're just not. And a large portion of other blacks are not going to support you either. And we understand that. So the few of us, which is a large portion of us, need to understand that we have allies from we have enemies from every side there is. We have enemies, people that don't want to see us rise because they realize what we've had, what we've always had. So this is the reason why we keep getting, you're just a slave, you're just a slave, you're just a slave, you're just a slave, you're just a slave. Because they don't want you to understand the power that you have always had, that your ancestors have always had in this country that we call America today and all over the world. We are everywhere. We've been everywhere. We have ruled everywhere. We are the first people. We are the first people. And your enemies don't want you to understand that. So they keep you down by just portraying you as just being nothing. And they use these other groups to continue to use you, to take money from you, from your community, so you can't build, you can't grow. They uplift them in that way, but they don't care about them either when it's all said and done. They want y'all to be in a certain genre. Look, y'all need to open up the laundry mats and y'all need to, rule over the so-called black community. Y'all make money and do that. But don't come over here stepping into this part where we dominate. And that's what this is all about. So this affirmative action thing, y'all can have it. We realize it doesn't benefit us, but we as so-called black people understand this. So this is why we need to start building our own everything, our own businesses, our own communities. This is what we need to start getting to, period and point blank, because we have no allies. And we need to understand that, y'all. We need to start building for ourselves as a community, as a people, because we were already here. We are a great people. It's just time for us to start uplifting ourselves. Start uplifting ourselves.